Kathy Hochul has made her mark in state government over the last 7 years as a leader of the state's economic development strategy and a fierce advocate for issues related to women, like childcare and access to abortion. Here she is 2 years ago at a Planned Parenthood rally after the legislature approved new protections for abortion in New York.
Because, yes, we're proud to be in New York, and yes, we can sit back and say we did a great job here.
Hochul was selected to be Andrew Cuomo's running mate in 2014 after then Lieutenant Governor Bob Duffy decided not to run.
It is my honor to nominate and introduce to all of you for the very first time our next Lieutenant Governor, Kathy Hochul.
Hochul was thought to provide balance to Cuomo's ticket. She's a native of Buffalo, where she still lives today, and Cuomo lost that part of the state in 2010. The pair won the 2014 election by more than 500,000 votes and were re-elected 4 years later.
Today, the people across the state of New York have sent a message loud and clear. They want Governor Cuomo for 4 more years.
But before she was elected to the state's #2 job, Hochul already had history in New York state politics. She was elected to Congress in a 2011 special election in a district that was considered safe for Republicans at the time, but lost the seat a year later. Before she was in Congress, Hochul served as Erie County Clerk for 4 years, and sometimes took positions that didn't line up with the Democratic Party. At the time, for example, she was opposed to allowing driver's licenses for undocumented immigrants. Her position changed in 2018 when lawmakers were considering the issue at the state level.
And what I would say is I was an elected official in Erie County. I represented the people of that district, but I would say today with respect to the driver's licenses, it is a whole different era out there. That was 11 years ago.
Hochul got her start in politics when she won a seat on the Hamburg Town Board in Erie County almost 3 decades ago. But her interest in public service dates back earlier to when she was an attorney working in the office of former U.S. Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan. She ended up leaving the job not because she wanted to, but because she didn't have access to child care at the time, which is still one of her top issues.
I had children 32 years ago working as a young staffer on Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan's staff. I was an attorney. I loved my job, but the hours were crazy. I mean, we would work morning till night, and sometimes we literally pulled all-nighters when they were in session. You have a child, nobody to watch the kids. I didn't have parents, I didn't have family, I didn't have a support system. I was from New York, I'm down in Washington, and I literally had to walk away from that. And I tried to start a little business at home, a little consulting business with a second baby at home. And I had a tiny house next to my washing machine and dryer. I set up a little desk, put a couple toys under it, and that was my office. And you could hear my kids. I'd be on the phone with a client, and I'd say, oh, that child care center down the hall is too noisy today. It's like, those are my kids under my desk.
Born to a blue-collar family in Buffalo, Hochul married Bill Hochul, who eventually went on to serve as a federal prosecutor. And while the Hochuls are considered a political power couple to some, Kathy Hochul is still driven by her own experiences in life. Childcare is a top issue for her because she went through it, and economic development hits close to home, literally. Buffalo's gone through a major renaissance over the last decade, in part due to the state's regional economic development strategy. She leads the state's regional economic development councils, and she always makes time to get back to her roots, even in politics.
One more hometown shout out, my local chairman, Erie County, Jeremy Zellner. Thank you for being there every step of the way for me. Thank you, Jeremy.
And she's relatively well regarded in the legislature. She often leads proceedings in the state Senate and is considered an ally among Democrats in the Assembly. That could give her a leg up in her own political future, whatever that may be.